Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna be performing these readings for you. I'm very excited because this is my first tarot video. I've been reading for so many years now. I don't know, I'm excited because I finally took the decision to come to YouTube with tarot. For people who doesn't knows me, I'm Ray. I live in Dublin right now. I will leave you some of my links of my social medias. And I will leave the time stamps as well for each of the readings because I'm going to be doing 3 different readings. We're going to be focusing today on a message that you need to receive from your higher self in order to go forward with your life. Like, are you in the right track? What do you need to change for things to go on? Okay, if you want to learn about tarot, learn about the cards, and learn specifically how do I make my readings, how I build meanings around the cards, it will be very, very interesting if you watch the whole video. But if you don't, that's okay. You can go directly to the timestamp. Okay, so what I do, this is the major arcana. Okay, and these are the minors arcana. I learned reading like this in Brazil, where I learned tarot. So in this moment, it's very important that first you need to choose a deck. This one, or this, or either this one. This is 1, 2, and 3. Okay, in 1 major arcana and 3 from the chords and the minors. Okay, so in this moment, please take a deep breath. It is very important. Actually, it seems something very silly, but it is not. You need to connect with yourself. Okay, you need to breathe. It doesn't need to be something too sophisticated, something too hard to do. Actually, you can just let it flow. Just feel you are relaxed and just feel you are connected to this moment. Okay, and you're open to the message that we're going to receive from our higher selves, from our insights, from your gods, from whatever you believe. It doesn't matter. Take a deep breath. Choose on which of these decks is your message, so we can understand which patterns are we going through in our lives, what message is going to help you to go further, and if you are in the right track, how to keep going that way, how to make better our lives. How do we receive those messages? Okay. Okay, so it is very important when you are doing a game, when you are doing when you are playing, when you are performing these tarot card readings, that you manipulate a lot, that you manipulate a lot the cards, because the cards begin to absorb your energy and you're creating your own pattern. So if somebody did a reading before, it is very important for you. I mean, for me, okay, that's what I think. Maybe somebody will do a tarot reading for you in a different way, but I'm explaining the way I do it. Okay, on the second deck, this is the moment for you to focus on the shuffling and be open to the message that is coming through the cards. Okay, what do we need to be conscious about? Okay, oh, look at this card. This came out. This is the 4 of Swords. Okay, I will consider this card. This is a card of resting. When you in the middle of very complicated times, you need a moment to stop, to think what's going on, to get a rest from this battle that you are going through. Organize your thoughts, because swords are very related to your thoughts, to your mind. So this may be a moment where you need to, to rest. And if you're resting, take that time, in order for you to organize your mind. And this is very related to this lockdown, the lockdown that we are going through in this moment. We're in the middle of the pandemic. And well, this is already a direction for our reading, because the world is stopped like this. The world is going through difficult times, and this is a moment of this stop, of resting in the middle of these hard times that we're going through. You can see this person is resting, but he's surrounded by a lot of swords. So it is not like resting peacefully, it is like resting in the middle of a battle. So that's exactly what's going with us. So this is a very important, it is nice for you to be open, to these events that happen in the middle of the reading, because it will give you insights it will give you more information about the reading, okay? So since this happened, we can rethink on our questions, and we could make it a bit more specific, like in the middle of these hard times that we're going through, about this pandemic that is happening. What is the message that these cards has for us? Okay, so this is already a very good signal that we are in a good vibration, that we're going to get a good message from the cards. So it's great if you are focusing in this card, in this deck, in this small one. Very good. You're very open to receiving these messages. It's nice. It doesn't mean that the rest of the decks are not, but it doesn't mean that the people that choose the rest of the decks are not. But something is happening that number 2 needs to listen to. Okay, it's very nice. Very, very good. Very, very interesting way to begin my first video on YouTube. Okay, so now it is again another important moment for us to get our energy focus again. Put your energy here, because I'm going to choose the cards of each deck, okay? So I'm gonna open the cards. And now I'm gonna choose one Major Arcana and 3. Oh, this came out. I'm gonna choose this one because this came out. This is gonna be our first card. It is kind of a challenging card, but we're going to get over it in a minute. Okay, so a lot of swords today, it seems. The cards that are pulling out of our game are a lot of swords. Now the persons that are going to choose with me from the second deck. Open them. Our Major Arcana over here, and our 3 minors. Okay. And finally, my grandma's deck. our major, and our three minors. 1, 2, 3. Guys, by now you should already have choose your deck, okay? So the message we're going to be receiving now is, in the middle of this pandemic, of these hard times that were going on, how to deal with it so we don't get stuck in our lives. What is the message that our higher selves need to give us, that we need to listen now to perform better, to take out those blocks away from our lives, okay? So the first deck, let's go ahead. Let's see what's going on. Our major arcanum is the Justice, okay? This card is very, very related to Swords as well, because this card, so Justice is as well a card that asks for some of logic, for some of very strategic thinking. So you may be in front of a situation where do you feel that you are stuck, you feel that this is the second card, this is a very, very tense game. Like, I feel this person, it's not being able to think clearly in this moment. This person may have a feeling that that is very stuck, you know, stuck. I don't know if it's the right pronunciation, but this person may have that feeling, and feeling that there's no way out from this hard moment that this person is going through. But actually this card talks about a feeling of being unable to do whatever thing. Like, you feel you are in a situation that you are not being able to get any way out of it. It's like you have no possibilities. And Justice is telling us that that's not right, that you need to get like an equilibration, like to equilibrate yourself, like to get in peace, to rest, to have a moment of rest, for you to be able to look at things clearly, because you are so focused on the problem that you are not being able to look forward. And that is, you are so fixated on your bad times, on your bad moments. And these are very hard times, you know, but if you keep looking only at the problems, things get worse, you know, and that is a truth. Okay, another 8. So we have 2 8s. We have 8 of Swords, and we have 8 of Coins. And our last card is 2 of Coins. Look at it. It's 2 of Coins, okay? Thanks God, but thanks to the universe, these 2 cards come like in a way to give us an advice of how to get out of this situation. So we are feeling like this. We are a bit out of ourselves. And what's going on with the 8 of Coins? 8 of Coins, you see, is a very repetitive card. It's like this person is creating these coins, okay? This person works with coins. So this person is doing this task repeatedly, okay? So we can get bored. Like, the negative aspect of this card is we can get bored of doing the same always and always, and we feel we are not getting anywhere, you know, like there's no point on what we are doing. But the positive aspect of this card, and what the Justice is telling us to do, is you need to take out yourself from this pattern of I cannot do anything, I'm useless, I'm not worth it, what I'm doing is, you know, you need to get out of that and step of thinking that you are doing something repetitive, that you are not going anywhere for that. Justice and the game and this tarot reading is asking us to focus ourselves instead of this repetitive thing that we're doing. Actually, which aspects of this work that I'm doing, how can I evolve with them? Sure, you are in the middle of a very hard time and you feel stuck, you feel you are repeating things. But if you shift, if you have a little shift of your mind, and how you relate your mind with your work, and how you begin to appreciate again what you are doing, and instead of seeing only the bad things, if you feel there is something positive. Some people has no work, some people lost their jobs. If you have a job right now, if you are that person and you are maybe stuck in a job, or don't feel you are stuck, please. You need to feel that this is going to take you to somewhere better, okay? And what is the Two of Coins telling us? Like the classic image from the Two of Coins. Okay, have you seen this person have 2 coins and he's trying to, in the back, you can see that ship, the boat, is going like through the waves, through a very complicated time. So again, this game, this card, this tarot reading is talking us about that complex moment and how you need to deal not only physically with that, like in the physical world, but in your mind as well. And this game is asking you to reorganize your thoughts. If you have a goal, you have somewhere you want to get, you are sure where you want to be, you feel stuck in this moment, but you need, in the middle of all these difficult situations, sometimes we don't see any way out, but this game is telling us there is a way out. It may not be so easy for you to get it. It may not be so obvious for you, but you are so staring at the problem so much that there is a little chance for you to get out of this situation, and you are repeating patterns. You are willing to be stuck in that situation, that's a kind of a neurosis, So I really hope you can organize your mind, you can put your hands to work, because sometimes we are so in our minds, looking, staring at the problem, and there's a little solution, something very small that we could do. For me, for example, I was very afraid of doing these tarot videos, and I think I'm doing great in the reading. So I keep asking myself, Ray, why didn't you begin to do this before? If you like it, I do have the decks, I study, I have the equipment, I have the cameras to do what I like. So what was stopping me of doing this, So nothing. It was my mind. It was this state of mind. It was this state of soul. You are so feeling, you are stuck, you are so bad that you can only see problems, and you need to get out of that. So this is for the people that's going through these hard moments. It's very complicated. It can be very difficult, but we have a way out of our problems, at least for this deck. Okay, let's go with the second group of cards, the card that pop out of here, the Moon. Love this card. The Moon, very mysterious card. Oh, coins again. 6 of coins. Three of Wands. This is a very complicated moment for this person. I feel this person was in a kind of a relationship. I don't know if it is necessarily a love relationship. I'm not sure about that. But this person, or the persons that are involved in this second group, these persons were people, is people that they were in a kind of an interchange, like when you give something to somebody and you expect you receive things back, not necessarily because you are giving to receive. That's not what this card is about. This card is more about you feeling the need to give because you want to be generous. You really felt that, and you hope, it's not like give me love back because I deserve it. It is not that, but it's like I'm being good to people, so people are good to me. This is not the only meaning of this card, okay? This is not the only meaning of this card, but I am giving an interpretation to this card in the middle of the game, okay? This have actually, it could have other meanings, but in this context, this is what I feel, and I will explain you why. I feel this person was thinking, was pretty sure, or maybe this person was in doubts as well. And what I say that because of the moon. The moon is a card that talks a lot about intuition, and sometimes we don't have things very clear, and we don't want to trust our intuition. We want, I don't know, it's because the light of the moon is not like the light of the sun. When the moon is outside and we are receiving light from the moon, things are not so clear. So that's why you need to be very intuitive to know if you are going through the right path or not. And I feel this person was in doubts, a bit in doubts, if he or she, or any person was getting into a nice relationship, a nice interchange relationship. And this person having doubts, like, I'm not very sure about what I'm doing, but I will do it anyway. And this person got involved in this interchange, and this person wasn't actually receiving back what was expecting. So this person felt betrayed. Okay. This person, and notice that from Three of Wands, that is a card about projects, a card about willingness, about this is when you have, do you see those they are very very small, but like some boats. I will show them to you in the screen, okay? But this is important because this person was given, okay? This person gave something expecting to have some return, but it could be an investment, it could be some money investment, it could be that. But if you didn't do that, given more meaning to our cards, it could be you were into a love relationship where you were giving more than you were receiving, and you were like, okay, you know what, I'm going to trust that. Or if you were in a business, you invested a lot of money and you didn't receive back. But I feel there is some kind of treason. You felt you were betrayed. What I say that because of the Three of Cards, of Swords, okay? So now you are frustrated because you didn't receive back what you invested. That investment could be money or could be emotions, feelings. And you are feeling as well very, very stuck, and this gets very much more complicated because of the card of the moon, because the moon doesn't let us look to things, look at the situation clearly, okay? And what is the message and what is the advice from this card and what I feel from this card reading? I feel that you may need to cut this relationship. You may need to get out of this investment. You may need to do so. If there is something that looks like a solution, but you don't want to do it, that is the solution in this moment. Okay? So you need to clear your mind. You need to process much better this situation, because it is very similar to the first card, to the first card deck, you know. And remember that with this card, with this deck, it came the Four of Swords. So it is the moment, putting the Four of Swords in context over here, it is the moment for you to stop, to think things better. You may feel that you were advised by your unconscious, that you had some doubts to do this, and ask yourself, why did I do this? You know, why am I repeating the same pattern? You know, you need to get more in touch with your intuition, that's for sure. And the solution over here for your problems is for sure something that for you is very hard to do. Sometimes this solution for your problem may give you a bit more, may cause you more pain than your actual situation, but you need to stop with this and you need to get in touch with your emotions. You need to heal, you need to stop. And stopping this situation, stopping this pattern of giving and giving and not receiving anything back, like giving yourself so much, that's not good, you know. So you need to stop with this. And the problem in this reading, with these cards, is that the solution seems very obvious for everybody. Everybody may be telling you the same thing, like you need to get out, to step out of this relationship, of this pattern, of this business that is not making you any good. A situation where the solution may be more painful than the actual problem. But if you keep going on with this problem, your life will never get better, you know. So it's a very hard moment, but you need to do it, okay? You need to do it. And there is a very, very big message from the moon, from your ancestors. You are not alone. When this card of the moon comes out, is because you are not in touch with your intuition. You are not very sure of what you want to do, of what's going on. You're a bit out of control of the whole thing. You need to understand that you are not alone and that you are giving to the wrong places. You are giving yourself, offering yourself to the wrong people, and you need to go inwards to yourself. You need to understand your ancestors. You need to get in contact with them, with your spirituality. And the spiritual realm will help you. You need to believe that. And this will get you through the problems. So remember, you are not alone, and you came to this reading to get in contact with something deeper on yourself, okay? And remember the Four of Swords. You need to take a rest. You need to really to take a rest. And our last game, our last reading, it's a complicated reading as well. And you look, Two of Coins again. You're going through some anxiety, maybe because of this pandemic moment, you know, the Wheel of Fortune. But this is something normal. This doesn't look at me. This doesn't seem like such a negative thing that is going on in your life. With all the changes that we're going through, with all the changes of the Wheel of Fortune, You may be not being able to think properly, you know, like this person is looking at so many options in her mind, but how do we look at things clearly in this moment? It's very complicated, right? And you are trying to figure out how to hold to your ground, how to how to keep battling, you know, for your things. How to keep fighting for your things in this moment. And this is a very hard moment for the person that took this, because there are two seven cards, you know, seven of wands, this one, and the seven of cups, this one. What happened with the sevens in the tarot, as the way I look at them, the way I read tarot and the numbers in tarot is very related to the three of life, to the tree of life, to the sephiroths. The issue with the seven is that the seven cards show us moments when we are almost giving up of everything we want. And I see this person have been struggling a lot of time trying to come to an equilibrium, to a, I don't know the right, let me, I'm gonna find a better word, to a balance. I was looking for that word. This person has been trying to find an equilibrium, a balance to her life, and this person has been fighting so much for that moment, and suddenly these changes come to our lives. Everything changed with the pandemic, with the situation we are now, and we cannot see things clearly. And again, the message in this moment is to go. Two of coins is the way to go. Again, is a card that will be telling us all the time that there is a need to structure again our thoughts. And thoughts is a very, very nice word. We need to stop fantasizing. We need to stop. You don't need to stop fighting for your own thing, but you may need to do a new plan for you to get where you want to, where you want to get. And I will risk, you know, I will take a risk and tell you that the situation is not as bad. It seems that you are much more connected to yourself, but you get sometimes lost, very lost, like in possibilities. Like there are a lot of things that could happen, and there are a lot of changes that could go on, and you're asking yourself, how am I supposed to defend my ground? How am I supposed to know what to do in these difficult times? And you keep thinking and thinking and thinking, you know, like guessing what to do. But you may need to go to a more, you may need to go through a more objective way of thinking about things. For example, you may need to learn some things in order for you to be able to take decisions in the business. So let's say you have a coffee or a restaurant or something is going on. You are losing clients. You are not getting enough money, right? And you are guessing. The problem is that you are guessing what to do. You need to stop guessing, because you are making your fight with guessings. And this card is telling us, stop guessing, and you need to learn how to make real marketing. You need to learn how to make things objectively, how to take the right decisions, how to reorganize your mind, okay? If you are in a different situation that is not a business, okay, it's the same thing. The marketing knowledge was just an example, but you need to bring your feet to the ground. You know, you need to ground yourself to get objective knowledge that will help you to deal with this situation. For example, if you are too much in your thoughts, and that it makes you aggressive, that makes you that makes you so anxious, that you get a bit of anger, you feel you are losing it all, you may need some tools to deal with those emotions, to deal with that anxiety and with those feelings. So what would I advise you? I would advise you to put your feet on the ground, going to therapy, for example, analysis, to a therapist, to a psychologist, that will help you look to things clearly, because you are very, you are like repeating the same thoughts again and again, and you are going nowhere. So you need to look at things clearly. Okay, guys, this was my tarot reading for you. I hope you like it. I hope it helped you. So there is also what I feel in these readings is that we are going through very difficult times, and we are feeling that there is like no way out. So guys, thank you for watching my first tarot reading on YouTube. I'm very happy you look at it. And the general message from these cards today is, if you are feeling you are going through very hard times, remember, the world, all of us, are going through very complicated times. We get very anxious. We get, in the first game, for example, we felt that there is no way out. We put ourselves in a situation where it seems there's no way we can go further, you know. But you need to get out of that. In the second reading, in the second deck, we saw that a person, we're continuously repeating the same patterns, you know, like always giving and giving and giving and giving, and you need to receive as well, you know. You need to put in yourself in a situation where you can win as well. Stop looking always to ways that make you lose always, you know. So you need to ground yourself. You need to take to be conscious of that. And finally, on our third tarot reading, remember that sometimes we feel alone, but we always can ask for help of somebody to ground us, to give us a message, to tell us what is the better way when we feel lost. So guys, we have a lot of issues, but we got a lot of positive messages, and we receive for sure a way out. Tarot is telling us, stop suffering, stop always choosing the way of pain. Like, we are so used to feeling we have no way out of the problems, to look only at the problems, that we don't look at the solutions. Okay, so guys, this is our message for today. Always look for the solution. You are not alone. You need help, and there's no problem for you needing help. Okay, I have been through that a lot of times, and with time I do therapy as well. It has been very, very helpful. And remember, tarot by itself, it's not a solution. It would only point you like the issues and the problems, but you need to work these messages so they can have a positive impact on you.